Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 welcome, welcome. I'm not sure how I paused that. And again. How is that paused? That's very, very weird. So we're probably going to start off with a little bit of cave. And then we'll kind of see what happens from there. You probably need to update strainers. But obviously we've completely changed how strainers works now. So we'll migrate all the quests over to use the new strainer stuff. Did not mean to open that. So yeah, you can see if you saw the screenshot I put in Discord yesterday, there was a considerable more amount of ore pieces because this was in Order Mods 11. So there was about 65, maybe 70 ore pieces from there. And then it's submerged. In Cave Oculus, there's not as many. There's probably about 30 in this. But these should technically all have recipes. Which they do. Not that I think we're going to use any of these recipes, because we'll probably end up changing them all. But the default mod needs to have them. I like the cover art. Yeah, the cover art's good. So these need to all change. And then we need to use strict components. Tin, that one. What are those green bundle items? This. Yeah, sapling bag. Make that strict as well. And that should be everything in this chapter. We also added the so obviously you got the sapling bag. And then there's now also a seed bag. Which is exactly the same, it's just for seeds. And they both now have this as well. Configs. So you can actually, so the sapling bag obviously uses the sapling tag, and then the seeds bag uses the crops tag. But obviously if you want to add, some mods might not necessarily add it to the crops, and then in Vanilla's case, for example, we don't actually want to have like the pitcher crop and the torch flower crop as part of the seeds. Because obviously they're obtained through the sniffs. So you can actually add items here to remove them, or alternatively you can add items here to add them. That works for both the saplings and the seeds. Because again, the seed bag would produce mystical crops as well, probably. We do there you go, glowstone seeds. So we would need to obviously block that. So maybe we have to add a wildcard one to the config, so you can like ban a whole mod, for example. I'm just trying to work out what is the best way of adding support for like all the seeds and stuff. Nah, place it down. I mean, we could possibly change it. We'll see how the feedback is on it. It shouldn't be too hard to change it if we need to change it anyway. Just something like that, and we'll do that at some point. So we do need to change this as well. Yeah, so the seed bag comes from tier 1 with water, which is fine. What's inside the missing text requests? These are just like progression items. So coin mold, bronze coins for trading, and the depth charm. You almost typed that correctly. Almost. Why didn't you change the live name? If you talk about the live name on Twitch, what does it say? Minecraft stuff, I don't know. It's still true because I don't know how long we're doing this for. Till I get bored of this, and then we'll probably move to something else. Now we just need to make these strict. Okay. Now what we need to do as well is change any recipes where we're using the old chunks. So there is a couple here. Just have to change it to that. I think that's it. And then just hope the other progression's still fine. Yeah, none of the textures are final anyway. Or piece strainers. What? Okay, pop this strain is straight in all piece. Oh, I see. Well, that's annoying. I mean, what was obviously we still got both textures, so I think this one is probably the texture we want. And this one, I don't know why it looks like that. But again, the cool thing about this, you can actually just set the color. Apparently that's the color it's using. This is annoying because we're gonna have to set we just do this. It's not perfect, but it will probably work. I don't know if they need different names. It might do. I always see iron as more tan. But the thing is, so in casting, iron technically should be red as well. Let's try that. That should be fine. No errors. Did it add the recipe though? The answer looks to be no. Why didn't that add? I mean, that does still work, so I don't know why this didn't. Let's export it and see what it says. Added recipes. Table for this. Straining. It's not straining. It's strainers. Straining. Gold ore piece. Why has it done that? Basically, it's added brackets in it. Yeah, it's added that. How many mods are in the pack? CurseForge says 126. But it is probably more. So I think there's a couple of mods in here that aren't on CurseForge yet. What one did we change? Nickel. So that did work. You waiting for more? Probably. We're not really sure what the end game's going to be yet. That didn't work. Actually, neither did that. As a joke, the end game should be fighting a boss that's the vodka. Probably doesn't really fit the pack though. Wait, it's still adding the oh no, it's not. It's not. Might need to look at the recipe quickly. Because I'm pretty sure the recipe should have them. I think it should have that. Australia's the only way to get resources. It's a way, it's not. It's so the initial resources is that way, yeah. But obviously we have mystical agriculture, and we have this at the minute, but I'm not sure if we're keeping it. And possibly bees, but I'm not decided on that yet either. Purified gravel. Aluminium. Yeah, it does have the yeah, this is wrong. Oh, I know why. Let's just change that back. What we need to do is this. There is a productive frogs mod. Is it out? I can't see any productive frogs. I see productive bees. So what we need to do is we actually need to change this. So the output is always trainer's ore piece, and then we have components. Should look a little something like that, and then this becomes output like that. And technically that should be able to go as well. And then we should just be able to change that to that. That might work. The only frog mod I can see is called Bucket of Frog. Or, oh no, there's a couple. Cave World Remastered Froglight Edition. Maple's Frog Collection. And then a controlling spawn mod. I don't know what that is. Oh, I see. A pointless mod. Okay, there we go. And then we need to remove the actual recipes. That's just because the IDs have changed this. Well, that should remove the default and add the ones that we need. Fluid Cow seems too obvious.
What the f did you put in that sauce?
It also doesn't exist. Now, fine. Also, the idea is not to have a like a single best way of doing it. I think the way we're going to use it is like mods like Mystical and stuff will have certain resources that they can get, not everything. Okay, there we go. That is now working. Mystical is part where we're at as well. To make it useful, we need power. Why do you need power? Why do you need that for Mystical? We should change this recipe as well. To have speed growth. You don't need that. Yes, I have seen it. Yes, I do like it. No, it's not going to be in this, but I will use it in the future. Because I like the idea of it. But the problem we have at the minute is we don't support Mystical in Klosh. But still show you how it works. The mutation upgrade. So any seed that goes in here, if you add this, it will be mutated, right? If we just boost it a bit. And if you look here, you can see that the ticks drop from 1200 to 1176. So the cloches can do speed. That beam's weird. But yeah, if maybe if that mod does support Mystical, maybe we just use that. But I think at the moment this is probably fine. Let's change this recipe quickly as well. Nickel's fine. I never remember the crafting table tag. There, workstation crafting tables. Oh, I was close. Okay, this we don't want to do anymore. I think that's better. Because that way you can see exactly when we've changed recipes. And apparently not have the recipe work. Why is it trying to change that? Forgot to change the letter, that's why. Hey, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the raid. How was the stream? Good to hear, good to hear. My dog is now throwing toys at me. Yeah, it helps if you label your items correctly. We just throw that in there, that should be fine. Sorry to raid around, I've got a few things to do. That's absolutely fine. I appreciate the raid. I'm so bad with names, you probably won't remember. I don't even remember like my own name. Ideally I would do a piston, but the piston's later. And I think we need the compactor before that. ideally for automation. Maybe we don't know. We'll leave a note in case we want to move it. Current pack is Caveopolis 2. That's the one that's in dev. The current released pack is Fractured. Yeah, maybe we do move this to a bit later. But maybe you can get away without having the compactor so early. Yeah, Fractured's done pretty well. People seem to enjoy it. And it's she just released the full version Friday. Usually when we release a full version, we usually have the next pack ready to go. Or at least in alpha testing. But this is impossible to test yet because there's loads of mods still missing. Well, public anyway. Did we do these ones? Yes. That's all done as well. It should all be fine. And then we have this, so this will change as well. And then again, strict data components. Gonna be lucky, that's fine. There is GeoOR, yes. So that is another option for ores. And then we should have, yep, Inferium ore piece, perfect. And then we just change in here Inferium to the ore piece. Wait, limestone? This recipe was rock anyway, so this is green. Water 0.5, 0.05 tier 4. And then that goes. Does that have a default recipe? Does. But this recipe goes as well. That. And we'll see how that looks. GeoOR is that one that acts like amethyst blocks. Yeah, it is, yeah. I think the way we're going to do it, so I'm still not 100% sure. These are, they're not glowstone. And then the idea here is that you use the placer mod and you'll be able to click on it and it will create that GeoOR. But obviously that will come a bit later when we get to it. So this part shouldn't change. Yeah, it's only because they're placeholder ones, and I wanted to check that they were spawning. And that was the better way of seeing it. So I think this all stays the same. Yeah, I think this stays the same. So we are back up to where we were. So and I think prosperity we probably want to add. But this will be no, we'll leave that like that. And then we'll actually add the recipe for it at another time. So I think the initial prosperity should come from the villager. That was actually the right idea as well. If this block is going to be a geo block, you have to make a broke one. No, that block won't become a single one. It will transform into the structure. That's the idea anyway. Well, one of the ideas. But again, we won't be doing that till later. Okay, so next we probably want to work on these. So I like the idea of going through the elemental stuff as well. Is there like an elemental mod? Not really. Oh, we do have Neo Whitey, which I believe is a blood magic port. I always wondered why Mystical didn't have a prosperity shard seed. Yeah, I'm not sure the logic behind it either, to be fair. I mean, as I say, we could have done this through straining, but I don't want, as I say, straining is there for the initial part, right? I don't want it to be the end game. You can use it as end game if you want, but the idea is that we don't do that. So the question is, how do we go from? I think we use the pedestal to make all this. We have all the seeds. Quest structure for testing in the end. Are you going to work on it? Quest structure for testing in the end. You are going to work on it. I don't understand what you mean. Wes. This quest structure for testing, are you going to work on it? I don't understand what you mean by that. Structure is in not building. I mean, is he going to sort the quest out structuring? Well, this is a somewhat completed quest line, yeah? As well as this. As well as this. This is a mismatch because this is from an old way of doing it. So this is all just being built out now. This is literally being built out right now. Because we changed from this progression to this. It may get split up a little bit into smaller chapters, but it will be big chapters like this. How we did Fractured, I think. So instead of doing like a group heading with like 4 quest lines in it for like each sort of stage, it's going to be bigger quest lines, probably like this. Hello. I came here a very long time ago. I don't remember what you were doing. Well, right now we are making quests for Caveopolis 2. I thought they meant not the end quest line, more like tested quest. Here goes. The whole pack not been tested at all. Someone who speaks only English Thursday. Yeah, your English is fine. I won't worry too much about your English. But the quests are nowhere near final, if that's what you mean. This is just initial, like, testing. And just getting, like, a feel for how it will look. So now we get to do... Let's look at Mystical Agriculture's source code. And see if we can make recipe schemas for it. Recipe. I cannot see the recipe. Infusion recipe? I'm guessing it's that. This is infusion craft, isn't it? Infusion pedestal. Yeah, it's got to be this. So this is just a list of ingredients. Item stack in optional transfer components. And then this is ingredients. So we should be able to make this as well. Mind you, mine is American English, which is like 5 different languages. That is fair enough as well. So if we look at this, I can't remember where we save them. Data, and then the mod. So Mystical Agriculture. I guess it's just called infusion. Should be able to double check that though. Generated data. No, not there. Generated resources. Recipes. though. We'll just wing it and see what happens. Me and my friend might have a new series pad. I can tell you about it. You can if you want. Where did my page go? I closed it like an idiot. Right, so input. This will be a list. Oh no, this is just ingredient, and the role is input. The next one is ingredients. Again, it's an input, and the type is one of those. Again, this is ingredient. Then, of course, we have the output, which is a result. It does use item stack template, but item stack should work. And then we have an optional. Is one of them. And the name of that is transfer components. Role is other, type is boolean. Like that. Optional is false. And then we'll just make it always right, just to avoid errors. And then fix that. And then that might work. Basically, me and my friend who just got Java not long ago came with this idea. Basically, every day when we do an episode about survival, we add a new mod. And then every month or couple months, we add multiple mods, and our viewers can send us mods they've made themselves. That is a really cool idea, yeah. I like it. I have my first pack in version 1.21.1. Can I change the version to 26.1? You can, but it will probably not work. The changes between 26.1 and 1.21.1 were massive in terms of mods, which is probably why a lot of mods are still not out yet. Okay, so the input, let's just do dirt. And we have 8 gravel. Then we need a result. And that should be fine. At least allegedly. I'm not too worried about that bit. That should be fine. Just save everything, see if it works. Yes, there is a lot of mods for 26.1. It just depends on what you're looking for, really. Crazy Craftians. It sounds like a cool pack, to be fair. No errors, so that's good. Look at that. First time. So yeah, basically the reason that we do this is it allows us to make recipes like smaller like this, which then allows you to do functions better. Where if you look in strainers, currently we're having to do stuff like that, which is just messy. But because there's no Cube.js yet, I can't make the actual things. Actually, the strainers might be alright. Oh no, because I need the chance. So this basically is like a translation, I guess. The only thing I will do is put the result at the top. So this now means we can make the essences we want. The biggest problem we have here is that lava at the minute is quite late on. So I guess an option would be to maybe make the... Maybe we could buy the fire essence? Maybe? That feels a bit weird. Crazy Craft was crazy. Was that, didn't it have like superheroes and stuff? Or at least like superhero stuff in it. Superheroes Unlimited, yeah. Last updated 8 years ago. Getting old. Probably this fire essence gives us a couple of recipes that we don't want. So this will have to go. What do we think? Do we think we could do the villager route and we make the villagers sell the essences that these make, which are used in these recipes? And then after you do that, you basically make them renewable. I honestly think that might be the better way of doing it. My pack got 1.9k downloads. That's good for it. Any downloads is good. To get downloads to the pack, it means that you're doing something right. Yeah, I remember. I do actually remember playing that pack. Pretty sure I had like a jungle treehouse like base or something. Okay, let's go to our villager stuff. Right. So level 2 is already done, isn't it? Bone block prosperity shards, yeah. So level 3 will have to be... we can still do earth essence, I guess. So this will be probably something like that. And then this will be water essence. Like that. That should be level 3. This will be air and fire. To be fair, you could probably get a lot of bronze coins at this point, so we could probably make this a bit more expensive. I tell you, these villager trading is going to be a nightmare to balance. Thank you very much for the follow, CD Arena. K-pop is no. So we make them both farmers, and we change these again. So technically that should work. We're checking our villager trade world. But we should see the 3rd and 4th levels do the essences. I'm pretty sure if we wanted to, we could make them all 1 tier. So how's the essence? That's good. This shouldn't be this way, I don't think, either. Or should it? I think that's fine, to be fair. Now we should see the essence. Nice. And then last we should see the other 2 essences. Perfect. Okay, so do you think probably want to treat Inferium differently though? I think what we want to do really is just change that. Make like Inferium be sold instead. Because I feel like buying Inferium is probably a little bit broken. What, Crazy Craft or the superhero mod? guess there's only so much crazy you can do though. Yeah, there are a lot of remakes, to be fair, of that like style. Like if I look for, I'm sure there's 1.21 ones. Yeah, Crazy Craft RPG, Crazy Dino Craft, Crazy Dolphin Craft. Like there's loads that go on that sort of idea. I think this works, and then okay, so that worked out fine, and then this will go like that. Okay, we're getting somewhere. And now we can look at these recipes. So let's close all the villager stuff. We'll do fire essence first. Is this fire? No, it's not fire essence. It's the. It's this. That's what we're making. The main reason the creator of Orespawn basically went crazy and tried toxing people. Okay, I didn't know that, to be fair. Superheroes mod wasn't updated because the code was already so complicated that the creator simply didn't have time to update. I mean, that's a lot of mods. I want to play with the old stuff. Yeah, I mean, there is options, I guess. There is a superhero mod for 21. Superhero mod. What was it called? Oh, it might have literally just been this one. Marvel Superheroes. I think it was. Because we actually had this in Submerged for a little bit. Because I wanted to use like the Infinity Stones. I thought that was a neat little thing to do. But obviously it didn't end up happening. And there is actually an Infinity Stones mod now. Yeah, I think you got to look at it in so many different ways. Mods are not the easiest thing to work with, especially with the amount of changes that happen between versions. A lot of people just don't want to do it, to be fair, which is completely understandable. We're going to use... We know we're using Fire Essence. Probably go 4. Now we just need to kind of work out what we have available for us. That's like fiery. I guess flint and steel could work. I don't know if it's called that. It is. Okay, so we've got flint and steel. That obviously creates fire. We have like molten stuff, so maybe like a bucket of something molten. I mean, earth and that's be easy, but I mean, we could just do that. And then we need... Oh, we need something to go in the middle, right? So we probably just want to use... To be fair, Inferior of Essence probably works. Okay, so that is probably, at worst, a placeholder. But that doing it like that is a lot cleaner than having... let's find a recipe. I don't think they have the recipes here. I have no idea how to do the recipes now. Fire Seeds Infusion. Can't find that recipe at all. That's got to be one. Augment. It's a little bit clearer than that, I think. So we just need to do the other 3. It's a good water. Oh, we have strainers water up. I'd say these will probably end up being placeholder recipes anyway. So I'd like to do more than just like one item. Well, that didn't work. What did I do wrong there? God, I've done this completely wrong. I see, I see. Just need to move that around. I'm shocked that didn't error. I don't know if it's broken or not, but I can see there's been 2 subs from this today. And I don't know who from. But if it is you, thank you very much. Still not right. Try again. Because that should be correct. Yeah, it's complaining about all of it. Oh no, it's not. Let's re-enter the world. Maybe the schema doesn't update. Yeah, okay, it was just that then. Okay, so we just need to... Just need to do it that way, just so it looks better in JEI. Obviously, we didn't have to change that, but for the sake of JEI looking better. Let's rejoin. I'm guessing if the recipe's already there, it doesn't reload it for Mystical Agriculture. Okay, is that correct? Probably not, because the essence is in the middle. So we just need to move it around again. Now that should be perfect. Okay, that looks right now. So that's how you get the essence. I'm pretty sure we don't need to change these. Okay. What do we want to go to next? Just got the iron mesh. So after the iron mesh is gold. Obviously, that's the old way of doing it. I don't think we're doing that. We have lapis yet? Copper mesh. Technically, we have it in chapter before, but I don't think we want it there yet. I think the idea lapis will come from Geo Wars, I think. We use make flint. Maybe we do just use this for lava buckets. Oh, actually, we could just do lava drops. Actually, we could just strain the essence to lava drops. I mean, what does this skip? Gets us to obsidian. Which is probably fine. Netherrack is from road and water. We even have that yet, so road and water is from gravel. We do have a road and water. Actually, well, I don't have it in these because these have all got feet in. Yeah, I have it. This is from a wooden mesh. This needs to be nerfed. 6 lava drops. I got something majorly wrong there. Netherrack should have been like tiers. Well, we could do it as tier 5. Tier 4 probably works as well. This can make. Can do Netherite here. We could do lava. We could do quartz. This is. And then that gives us quartz. It's actually probably not a bad time to get quartz. I don't really know why we need lava. Yeah, this is tricky. I think what we could do is we could just tweak the way Strainers does it. So we could just do this as a craft from like a depleted drop maybe. Do that. then that. And then we'll change this. It's just a strainer recipe. This will be always 100%, so something like that. Now we do that as well, and that removes the never rack normal recipe. I say normal, strainer's version of normal. Let's try that. So that works for that. Obviously, you can create lava. And that is correct as well. And then we just need the generic strainer thing. We'll do that, and then we go for purified. Contains all pieces. This is fine. Then we do quartz. And then quartz ore. And then nether quartz. Interesting, because we haven't really used any of the other ones. Air essence has like no uses. And earth has barely any uses either. Okay, this has a few. I think we want to have a few seeds here. I wonder if replace input would work on this. I think it might work because we added this. So QGIS understands how it works. If we could do one of them. Maybe something like that might work. I think the user needs like the base full seed to make sense. It did not work. That is a shame. thought it might have because it was QGS thing. I think what we'll probably do then, we'll probably call it there for today. Yeah, we'll call it there for today. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm not actually sure when we'll next be that. Could be a while. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone, and we'll see you next time. See ya.